YouTube, what is going on? DA Comics here, coming back at you guys with another comic book pickups video. This is, of course, where I show you guys all of my new additions to the comic book collection that I get each and every week. These are my pickups for the last 2 weeks. I did not have a video last week, but we're catching up now. And, we are back to the setup that I started last week, where I've got a camera down here. Show you guys the books a little bit more up close, and we're going to keep going with that. So let's go ahead and dive into the books this week. First up, we got all the new books that I picked up, and then a couple of back issues, but not too many. So first up, we got Wonder Woman, issue 797. I'm a little lost with this book right now, to be honest. I'm not really following the story very well, but I plan to keep picking it up because we are getting close to issue 800, so I figure I want to at least pick up issue 800. And also, I believe that they are getting a new creative team with Dawn of DC, and I think it's actually Tom King, so I'm looking forward to that. I think I will probably enjoy the book a little bit more when that happens. Speaking of Dawn of DC, we got Superman, issue number 2. This book was okay. I wouldn't say it was anything... I'm getting bad glare there, sorry. Wasn't anything too crazy. Didn't love it, didn't hate it. Yeah, I'm going to keep picking it up, but it didn't wow me or anything like that. We got Ghost Rider, issue number 13. Pretty cool cover. I wish that they would do the Ghost Rider where it's bigger. Just that title seems so small and wimpy. But we're starting to learn a little bit more about Danny Ketch and how he's returned. Looks pretty cool with his techno suit. So interested to see where that goes next issue. Next up, we have Amazing Spider-Man issue number 22. If you want my thoughts on this one, I uploaded my last video I uploaded to the channel specifically talking about this book and where I see the series going. And something that came out since that video is Amazing Spider-Man issue 23. And I just gotta say, wow, this book sucked. This series sucks. This entire book, first of all, confirmed what I mentioned in that last video, which is that time runs differently in the alternate universe that Mary Jane is stuck in with Paul. So it immediately makes it obvious what's going to happen. He's going to get there to rescue them. A bunch of time will have passed. Her and Paul have fallen in love and married and had kids, whatever. But aside from that... Nice. Shut up, Siri. Aside from that, which sucked, this entire book was just Spider-Man, punching all of his friends. And it's so frustrating to see. I don't know why Marvel insists on writing Peter as this just, angry... I don't know, man. I mean, he goes to the FF and they're like, hey, we want to help you, but, explain what's going on. And he's like, punch. And then Captain America's there and he's like, hey, bud, I trust you. I know you didn't do anything. I'm here to help you. Punch. It's it's never been Peter Parker's nature to just punch his way out of everything. And I don't like that they're doing that. And it's just super disappointing to see. But anyway, moving right along. We have Batman One Bad Day, Ra's al Ghul. This is the last issue in the One Bad Day series. A pretty good finale to the One Bad Day. I guess series isn't the right collection, maybe. Definitely enjoyed it. One Bad Day as a whole, really loved it. It was a really cool idea. Some of them hit better than others. Obviously, my favorite is still the first one, One Bad Day, the Riddler. But... all in all, very enjoyable book. Next up, we got Thor issue 32, Legacy 758. Love this cover. I don't know why, but the blue on black issue number with the blue and black, Crack of Doom, lightning, and you got Dr. Doom versus Thor. It's a really nice cover. The book itself is okay. I don't know. I've been noticing the absence of Donny Cates in my enjoyment of the story. Next up, we have Planet of the Apes, issue number 1. I was very excited when I saw this book was coming out. I love Planet of the Apes. Gorillas are my favorite animal. I've always loved the Planet of the Apes franchise. It's interesting. This is a 20th Century Studios comic in association with Marvel. So it is printed and published by Marvel. Obviously owned by Disney, and Disney purchased Fox. Or purchased 20th Century Studios. Whatever. Point is, It is a Marvel comic. It's just branded a little bit differently. But I'm excited for this. It's kind of like Star Wars, where, Marvel's publishing it, but it's kind of a separate multiverse type of situation. So this is kind of just its own thing. First issue was okay. Kind of felt like a setup issue. Like, not a lot really happened. It was just kind of establishing the setting, which is cool. I am curious if these comics, if this story will actually like follow Caesar and all of those apes that we see in the movies, or if it'll be a completely separate story about a completely separate group of apes. But it is set during like the initial uprising of the apes and the pandemic of the simian flu, so it's going to be kind of like the early intelligent apes versus the humans, kind of that war. So I'm excited to keep reading it and see where it goes. I don't know if this is a limited series or if it's intended to be a ongoing series, but I'm going to keep picking it up and find out. Next up, we got Detective Comics issue 1070. Pretty cool cover featuring Oracle on there. I don't remember a whole lot about what happened in this book. I read it last week and it's just completely gone from my brain. I don't know why. So it must not have been super memorable, but I am still loving this series. I'm definitely still picking it up. So next up, we have Batman 134. Now this is the series that I always look forward to the next issue. I've been loving Chip Zdarsky's run. This current storyline, the Batman of Gotham, where he's in this like alternate universe, isn't my favorite, but it is interesting. And the villain of this storyline being kind of the Joker of that universe, except he didn't go crazy, and so he's trying to go crazy. It's a really weird concept, but I definitely like it. It's super interesting, and I'm excited to see Bruce get back to his universe and then deal with Failsafe, who is currently just like running Gotham. So I also picked up a variant for this issue. This is the April Fool's issue. It's a little like sketch cover. It says April Fool's issue there, and it's drawn very silly. I think it's a Tom King. I think Tom King drew this. I might be wrong though, but it's a little funny. Next up, we got Carnage issue 11. This is continuing the kind of return of Cletus Cassidy as a character. Yeah, it's great. I love this series. Always looking forward to more. I hope this series continues to run for a long period of time, and isn't just I hope it doesn't fizzle out after 15 issues. I want it to keep going. If Venom can have an ongoing series, then so can Carnage. Next up, we got Saga, chapter 63. Love this book. Always look forward to new issues of this book. This issue in specific, I really loved the kind of parody of Amazon. And you can see it on the cover here, she's working in like a shipping facility, and it was very obviously kind of poking fun at, or criticizing Amazon. She had to go and like pee into a grate because she couldn't use a bathroom, which is something that Amazon has been criticized for, is like not giving their employees proper bathroom breaks. So that was funny. I did enjoy that. And yeah, great book. If you're not reading Saga, you're really missing out. It's a really, really great book. Speaking of really great books, Batman and the Joker, The Deadly Duo. Holy cow. First of all, this cover is incredible, featuring the now revealed main antagonist of this series, aside from the Joker. But if you're not picking up this book, you are missing out on some of the best Batman comics to come out since New 52, in my opinion. Mark Silvestri is killing it. He's writing and drawing the book. The art is incredible, and the story is incredible. It's a proper, mystery revolving around Batman and Joker. We've got Harley Quinn in there. It's just awesome. I don't want to spoil too much about the story, so I won't really say too much about it. But if you're not reading it, definitely go back and pick it up. It's only 6 issues. The next issue, I believe, is the last one, so it's going to be 7 issues total. If you want to wait till they release it as a trade paperback, you can do that. But it is a really great book, and I'm really glad I've been picking it up. Next up, we got Action Comics 1053, No Escape from the Necro Hive. Continuing this story of kind of this evolved Metallo and what he's capable of. Very cool. I don't like this cover. This painter who keeps doing these covers, the way he draws Clark's face, he just looks like such a Chad. I don't know. It's weird. But it's kind of has a classic kind of throwback vibe. So I don't hate it. It's just a little weird. But a book that I probably pick of the week, to be honest, Adventures of Superman, John Kent, #2. I loved this issue. I was going into this series not really sure how I would feel about it. And then the first issue came out, and it was mostly talking about Ultraman, and I knew nothing about Ultraman or his history with John Kent. So I was totally lost. But then going into this issue and seeing where it went, I am very excited now. Minor spoilers, I won't say too much about what happens, but it's right there on the cover. This issue is leading into basically a crossover with the Injustice universe. And I realized with this issue that this book is written by Tom Taylor, who wrote the Injustice comic book series. Now, I love the Injustice comic series. I picked it up I read year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4. I might have stopped around year 5. But I really love the Injustice universe. I think it's such an interesting Elseworld story of DC Comics. And so basically this story facilitates a way for Jonathan Kent to wind up in that universe. And he's kind of stuck there, given the events of this issue. I won't go into too much detail, but this issue kind of ends with him meeting the alternate Clark Kent, who is, the ruler of this world, and kills and does all of that stuff. And he's gonna get caught right in the middle of the feud between Batman and Superman and all of that. So I'm really excited to revisit the Injustice universe. I'm excited to see it cross over with the main universe continuity. This issue sold me on this series. I am here for it. I can't wait for the next issue. I am going to be just snatching that thing right off of the shelf. So definitely can't recommend it enough. If you are a fan of the Injustice comics, go out and pick up issue 1 and issue 2. It's not too late. There's going to be some really cool stories to happen in here. And lastly, we have Vanish, issue #5. This is the foil variant. I actually don't have cover A. My store was sold out of it, and when I ordered some books online that'll be here next week. Because there were a few new books that my store was sold out of. And I tried to get cover A, and they were sold out of it there, too. So I'm going to have to look on like eBay or something to find it. But I need to get cover A regular. But this is the foil variant. As you guys know, I am trying to collect the foil variant of every single issue of Vanish. So I was happy to be able to pick it up here. I bought this on eBay, and I was a little disappointed with the condition it came in. If you look, you can see a little scratch on the bottom there, as well as on the top. I don't know if I'll be able to show it. But on the top, there's some scratches as well. So I was a little disappointed with that, but not a huge deal. It still looks beautiful, but it is what it is. Now, to wrap up the video, I got a couple of back issues. These are books I just picked out of the boxes at my comic store. Wanted to pick up some more back issues. It'd been a little while since I did, and these books specifically really spoke out to me. First, we have Detective Comics issue 642. I saw this cover and I just really loved it. It's the return of Scarface. It's got this little dweeb and the glasses in the back. I don't know. There's just something about this cover I thought was really funny, and I wanted to pick it up. Next up, we've got a book that is something new to me. As you guys know, I've been kind of expanding my horizons in terms of what books I'm picking up, back issues and new books, specifically really diving into DC within the last year. And so I wanted to keep expanding those horizons, so I went ahead and picked up a Green Lantern comic book. This is Green Lantern issue 30 from volume, I think, 3 of the series. Guerrilla Warfare, part 1 of 4. Featuring Gorilla Grodd and the Flash. You guys know I'm a sucker for any comic book that has a gorilla on the cover. As I mentioned earlier, with Planet of the Apes, gorillas are my favorite animal. So any comic that has a gorilla on it, I'm there for. And surprisingly, a lot of DC books have gorillas in them. Obviously, there's Gorilla Grodd, but even aside from that, there's just a bunch of gorillas in DC Comics. I don't know why. But, picked up this with Green Lantern and the Flash. And that kind of set me off on going, you know what, I want to get more Green Lantern books, and I also want to get more Flash books. So I also picked up The Flash, issue number 70. Also Guerrilla Warfare, also featuring The Flash and Green Lantern and gorillas. So that's 2 characters that I really want to pick up more books of. I actually ordered some back issues online, so those will be coming next week. For the pickups video. Then some more kind of Copper Age, Flash, and Green Lantern books, because I really want to dive more into those characters. I do really like the aesthetic of Green Lantern. I think he's a really cool character. So, continuing with those two characters, we have The Flash, issue 225, co-starring the Green Lantern. This, of course, has Reverse Flash on the cover. You've got, "Let's go, Reverse Flash. Now that Green Lantern is under arrest, you are my new crime-fighting partner," with Green Lantern chained up in the back there. Thought that looked like a really cool cover, really cool book. This is early Bronze Age. I believe it's from 1972, is my best recollection. But really, really cool book. Definitely a good start to a Flashback Issues collection. And then the last book that I picked up this week is a Silver Age book. Picked it up just because I saw the cover and I really loved it, and I just think it's a really awesome book, and it is a series that I'm wanting to pick up more of. It is Justice League of America, issue number 49. This cover is featuring Superman, Batman, and Green Lantern fighting the True or False Sorcerer. So it's got this kind of magic element of it. You got burning candles and this kind of demon that he summoned. I just thought that was a really cool cover. I really love any of the Silver Age DC books with the checkered top. I just really love the aesthetic of. And obviously, as I've been in kind of a Green Lantern kick ever since I picked up that Green Lantern book, I saw Green Lantern on the cover with Batman and Superman, my two favorite characters from DC. I knew I had to pick it up. So really, really awesome book. I definitely want to get more Justice League books. As far as back issues go, that's kind of where I'm really focusing right now. Aside from, obviously, within the past month, I picked up a bunch of Spider-Man books because I'm always going to love Spider-Man. But right now, I really want to focus on DC for my back issues. I really want to expand my DC back issue collection. So starting with, of course, Detective Comics, Action Comics, Flash, Green Lantern, Justice League, Batman's individual series, and Wonder Woman. Those are kind of my basically the main crew of the Justice League, the main A-list DC heroes. I really like all of those guys, and I really want to pick up some of their back issues. So that's what I'm going to be looking to do in the coming months to really expand that, because majority of my collection is Marvel back issues, so I really want to grow my DC back issue collection. That would make me really happy. So that's going to do it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you hit that like button. And also, if you are new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button, as I will be continuing to do these pickups videos whenever I add new additions to my collection. Also coming soon to the channel, I am going to finally do, I've been mentioning this for a while now, a comic collection series. I have not done one since I rebooted the channel, so there is currently not a comic collection video or series on my channel as it exists right now. I'm going to be doing it within the coming months. I'm going to do it a few videos separately, like one playlist, one series. I'm going to be starting with probably, well, I'm not sure where I'm starting yet, but it'll be segmented, so if you want to skip certain videos, you can. So like if you care about the Batman collection, if you care about the Spider-Man collection, things like that. I'm going to do videos essentially like this, where I'm going through almost my entire comic book collection, showing you guys the books that I have in there, and kind of spotlighting my favorite ones. So if you want to see that, make sure you hit the subscribe button. That'll be coming within the next couple of weeks. The first one of those videos will hopefully be coming out within the next week, like either this week or next week. So yeah, that's going to do it for this video. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.